back to another episode of Pixel Punks. I'm Miles,
I'm Scott.
and we're here returning to Rainswept.
To Pineview. Yeah. Yep. We are waiting for our car to get fixed right now. So we're going to talk to some of the locals around the marketplace and see what they have to say about this murder-suicide thing. It's not raining, which is surprising. Let's see, what's this? Fiction? Fiction or non-fiction? Fiction. Me too!
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 4 p.m.
I like that. I like the way they did that. That's really cool. That's really cool. I love it.
Just scrolls across the top.
Oh. Cherry pie. You should come here for breakfast someday. Wow. The owner, Mark, is a pretty great guy.
You mean me?
Options fight Mark. That must be Mark.
Wow. I sure am. Hey, detective. Have a seat. Do you want some tea? Coffee? My cafe is extremely cozy and warm.
No, that's alright.
Come over here if you want a pint.
Alright.
I feel like everybody's trying to get the detective's attention right now. That feels
Chair's
awful.
scooting awkwardly. Oh well.
Keep your unhealthy habits to yourself, Alan.
Wow.
Too much coffee's unhealthy, too. Also, if you haven't noticed, he's already smoking a cigarette.
Like me.
Ignore him. He just likes to annoy me. And yet, I let it get to me.
Who is that? Who is that?
That's Alan, owner of the bar next door, and my brother.
Twin brother.
Not that you know by the way we lead our lives. I don't know how we ended up as polar opposites. I know. I got all the good stuff. Shoo! Go away!
Wow. How long has it been since you moved to Pineview, Mark?
I was born here. My family lived here for many years before that. We left the city when I was about 10. My dad was looking for better work. I returned soon as I graduated, about 9 years back. I prefer the life here. Big cities just aren't for me. Now it's just me, my books, and my coffee shop. Life is simple and I love it.
Did Alan also come with you at the same time?
No, Alan, he only joined me back 5 years ago. He had a bit of trouble in his old life and wanted a fresh start. Maybe he can tell you more about that.
Do you live by yourself, Mark?
No, I'm married. I have been for about 6 years now. Met my wife in my own cafe, actually.
Aw, it's a cute story. We were very happy for you, Mark.
Ellipsis. Does Alan also live with you?
No, but he lives close by.
Was he in last night?
Yes, I think so. I didn't check him or meet him, though.
Suspicious. Did you see Chris and Diane often?
No, barely. A handful of times, maybe. They came into the cafe a few times, but that was in the early days when they first moved in. They wouldn't say much to me or anyone else here, and mostly kept to themselves. Or I could say they didn't have eyes for anyone else. To put it bluntly, they looked very much in love.
Is there anything else you can tell me about them? Anything that stands out?
Well, I kind of identified with Chris in a way. It sounds like he moved here for the peace of mind this place provides, and start a small business for himself.
What business?
You've been trying to get a hotel project off the ground here, from what I hear.
A hotel?
He had trouble getting the project approved. Maybe Father Smith can tell us more about it. He's involved in the planning committee.
It's hard to tell which one's actually highlighted sometimes. More questions. Have you noticed anything unusual lately? Anything out of the ordinary?
No, can't say I have. Everything's been pretty much the same as usual.
Can you tell me where you were last night?
Sure, as always, I closed my place by 8 p.m. I bought some supplies from the general store down the street, and then went home.
I assume the storekeeper will remember that?
Yes, Mrs. Brown was in last night at the time. She should be able to confirm what I just said.
And Alan, could he confirm this?
He didn't come to work yesterday, took a day off. Said he was feeling unwell, so he stayed at home all day. Shut in. Looks like that's passed. Luckily, he looks fine today. Anyway, I went back home after that, changed, and went for a jog as usual. Came back, took a nice, long, warm bath, made myself a cup of coffee, and had my dinner. Then read a book for an hour or so, and was probably asleep by 10:30 p.m. A pleasant, ordinary evening. He's almost too ordinary.
It was Alan!
See you around, detective.
Later. What up, Alan?
What's up, detective?
Hi, Alan.
Officer Blunt.
Can you tell me about yourself, Alan? How long have you been here? That sort of thing.
Sure, if you talked to my brother Mark already, you probably know I moved here 5 years ago. My wife left me and I wanted to get away from it all. Thought I'd come in here again after all these years and give this place another shot. Turns out it's just as bloody boring as it was when I was 10. Maybe he's English. But hey, it got me out of the place. I began to hate even more. So it's an improvement, you know? And you get used to the pace eventually. Mark did me a big favor giving me half of his cafe to start a business in. Guess he's not too pleased with the business I choose to run, though. Heh, he's a good guy.
Alan, where would you say you were last night?
As I'm sure Mark must have told you already, I was at home. I wasn't feeling well, so I stayed home instead.
Is there anyone that can confirm this?
Apart from Mark, I don't know. Since I didn't leave home, no one saw me, you know.
It was Alan! Chris and Diane, did you know them well, Alan? Did you?
No, not at all.
Oh, not at all. Seems like everyone in this town knows each other. Why didn't you know these two? Huh? That seems suspicious.
I'm the kind of person who minds his own business. I don't go interfering with other people's affairs and their lives.
What do you mean? It's a small town.
I just don't go wasting my time getting to know people if there's no need for it.
It's a real small town, Alan. What do you got to say for yourself?
To me, it looked like they preferred to mind their own business as well.
Fair enough.
So no, I didn't know them at all. We'll talk later.
Okay, Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen. We'll talk later if the need arises.
Okay.
This way, Blunt. That's
Grandpa, owner of Grandpa's Bakery.
Wow.
His last name's Grandpa, so we call him Grandpa.
Is he your grandfather?
Oh, no, he isn't.
Is his name Grandpa then?
I don't really know, actually.
Ellipsis.
Okay, then. Wow.
Hello, Grandpa.
I know your grandpa!
And your name is...
Grandpa.
Ellipsis. Mr. Grandpa, I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
And I was wondering if I could ask Mrs. Brown there out on a date. But wondering isn't doing it, is it?
Ellipsis.
Just look at her. Ooh boy, it makes me feel 40 years younger, she does.
Do you ever plan to grow up, Grandpa?
And we're growing up and I might just die. And I ain't planning on doing that before I ask you out.
Good. Unbelievable behavior. Such a maturity at this age.
She likes me. I know she does.
You're deluded.
Anyway, you had questions, young man?
I thought I did. How long have you lived in Pineview?
Forever. My family's been here for some generations. Guess I'm the last in line now. My shop's been here from generations too, you know, and I think I've taken real good care of it. Oh, and she's taking real good care of me too.
You know what I mean. This is bread and biscuits. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Where were you last night around 12 a.m.?
Where do you think I was?
Were you in the hospital?
Are you making fun of me because I'm old?
Yeah.
You'll be in the hospital when I'm done with you. I was at home sleeping.
Can anyone confirm this?
No, no one can. I live alone.
What can you tell me about Chris and Diane?
When they first moved in, Chris would often come in the evening and buy some things from me. He'd come in daily almost. Looked pretty cheerful too. Then
Oh, sorry.
the last few times he came, I could see that something wasn't right. Maybe trouble with his missus. I don't know. He and Diane went to church maybe a handful of times. Once or twice they came over here after for coffee and donuts.
That sounds delicious.
They were quite a couple, I tell you. He was the quiet and nonchalant one. She an exciting, electrifying energy. A classic case of opposites attracted to each other. If what people say is true, I don't know how things went so wrong so fast. But then with these things, you can never say. This was about 4 or 5 months back. After that, I hardly ever saw them out here again.
Have you noticed anything unusual? Anything out of the ordinary in recent days?
Now I think about it, I actually might have.
Grandpa, tell me! What was it? Tell me!
Mrs. Brown's been tying her hair in a much tighter bun lately.
Fuck you, Grandpa.
I wonder what that means. Is she softening up and trying to hide that fact?
Oh, Grandpa, you notice these things.
I mean it when I say it. Beautiful. I'm a passionate lover. Very passionate.
Damn it, Grandpa!
Hello. I was talking about the possible murders. Did you notice anything unusual leading up to that?
Oh, no. Much the same. Can't say I did.
do you live by yourself? You already answered this, but
Yes,
I'll ask you
yes,
again.
I do. Kids left Pineview for a big city. Too boring here, they say. It's been many years since the wife died. So I run the shop here by myself and I live down the street, pretty close by. But that's alright. I've got friends here to keep me company. Officer Blunt pays me a visit every day, for instance.
It's always a pleasure to meet you, Grandpa.
To meet you? What? That's awkward.
Oh, so there's Mrs. Brown. She makes every day exciting.
Please, God, give me strength.
Oh, look how she flirts.
Okay.
This is awkward as hell right now.
We'll talk later. Alright, Grandpa, we'll talk later.
Who are you calling Grandpa here? I'm not your Grandpa.
Alright.
So Grandpa's
Well.
senile.
I think that's probably a good spot to end this episode. This was a fun one. Talk to a grandpa. We're learning a little bit more about these possibly murdered people. Yeah.
Nice.
Learn about this town. They got coffee and donuts. And an old man who loves to flirt with this lady.
Yeah. Awkward.
Alright.
Thank
So,
you.
I'm Scott.
I'm Miles.
And if you like what you saw, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. And leave a comment for us. Let us know what you want to see, what you thought. We'll see you in the next episode of Pixel Punks.
Thanks for watching.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.